All right, we're going to give you a quick tutorial on the Jesco N2900 gear meter, servo gear meter system. This is the servo meter with the gear meter that you'll get when you'll need to mount. The applicator gun is up here in the over the drum. It's going to be running some dispense tests, and then you get a loose box here, electrical box that you'll have to mount when you receive it. So we're going to give you a quick tutorial on the panel. This is all covered in your manual, but we thought it would be beneficial to cover it in a video. So my electrician is going to cover it with you now.
So we have this top meter, shows the cc's dispensed currently. So when the numbers on there, the volume is the cc's dispensed. The only way to reset it is to hit one of these function keys, or the robot PLC can send a reset signal, putting it back to 0. The second line is the current cc's per minute that we are running.
Push your manual dispense, Joe. You can see.
So we are running currently at 46.6 cc's per minute. We have an inlet pressure monitor. When we hit 250 psi, the inlet low pressure warning light comes on. When we hit 150 psi, the inlet low pressure fault happens, which shuts the machine down to prevent it from running. We also have an outlet pressure meter. When we hit 2500 psi, the outlet pressure high warning comes on. When you hit 2850 psi, the outlet high pressure fault will happen, which again shuts the machine down. We have a continuous torque monitor for the servo motor. When you hit 100%, the peak torque range light will come on, and we send a signal to the robot PLC. The robot PLC needs to tell our machine to shut down because we do not have a shutdown sequence in the PLC in our control panel for peak torque.
Also on the torque, just to mention that you should never run anywhere close to 100%. You'll be down maybe at 10, 20, 30% under a normal clean system. 100% would mean that you have a horribly dirty gear pump that needs to be serviced typically.
All the buttons are push to test, so if I push any of them, you can make sure that there is power going to them. These are all indicator lights. They're telling you that you have your ground wire connected. If there is a system or drive fault, your low pressure warning, your high pressure warning, and your peak torque warning. You have your dispenser start / fault reset button here. When the machine first comes on, you'll have to twist the e-stop out, hit the fault reset. It powers everything up. Once it's done that, you notice your system and drive fault light is on. You push the reset button again to turn that off. You have your selector switch here that gives you either manual or auto mode. In manual mode, your cc's per minute flow rate is controlled by this speed pot here. So if I push this button, I can turn the cc's per minute up, or I can turn them down. Then you have your e-stop button that stops the machine and kills power to all controls, and your dispense button for manual mode. When you are in auto mode, you switch to auto mode, the signal from the robot PLC comes on, and the speed is controlled by this speed pot here on the subplate that is set to 33.6 cc's per minute.
Okay, and how about I want to close that door for me. How about the low level indicator? Let me zoom out for you here. Okay.
This limit switch will be mounted on the 5-gallon supply pump. When the supply pump gets near empty, it will trip this lever arm, which will in turn illuminate the beacon at the top of the panel, indicating that the pail on the supply pump needs to be changed.
I think that's about it, and you will find all this documentation with the unit when we ship it, but we thought this video might help. Anything else, fellas? Pretty good? All right.